There's a moment when a boy realizes life is more than just friends. For me, it happened in 1978. I was 11 or 12 when a girl got out of a car across the street from my house. I grew up in a working class neighborhood in Mexico City. One afternoon, while playing on the street with my friends, something unusual caught my eye. Carolina's mom's car, an unmistakable green Pacer, pulled over across the street. She just dropped off. She must have been 15. She had long blonde hair that caught the light, freckles, big blue eyes. She stood out, and she had this unmistakable beautiful nose. Full of life, something from another world entirely. I froze mid-play, ball at my feet, pretending not to stare while I was staring anyway. I was all innocence, still very much a kid, but she represented a world I was just beginning to notice. One that felt thrilling and entirely out of reach. A few days earlier, maybe a week or two before that afternoon, she rested her hand on my leg for just a second, and she laughed and said something to me. Half jokingly, half kind, the way older girls sometimes are with younger boys. Yo te voy a esperar. I'll wait you to be my boyfriend. She laughed when she said it. I'm sure it meant nothing, just a sweet joke. But for me, it landed like an electric shock. My heart didn't just race, it learned a new speed. Before she even closed the car door, her friends rushed towards her, squealing over something she was holding, like girls do. Whatever it was, it mattered. I needed to know what it was. So I did what felt natural and strategic at the same time. I accidentally kicked the ball too hard, it rolled straight towards them. That's when I saw it. A double album cover. A man in a white suit standing. John Travolta, Saturday Night Fever. By 1978, the Bee Gees weren't just on the radio. They were the radio. That night, we were all gathered around the TV at my parents' bedroom when an ad flashed by. Plaza Satélite, our local mall, had just installed a light-up dance floor. The same glowing squares, the same geometry, exactly like the one on the album cover I saw that afternoon. Disco wasn't just a trend, it was taking over the world. The next afternoon, after homework, I headed outside. My friends and I were just sitting on the sidewalk deciding what to do. Carolina and her friends appeared again, this time dressed for the disco. Flare jeans, shiny tops, hair just a little more deliberate than the day before. They were shimmering with excitement. Then the impossible happened. She turned to me and said, "We're going to Plaza. Want to come?" Time froze. My heart stopped. Was this real? Before I could answer, she laughed, jumped into her mom's car, and sped off with her friends. Fueled by hope and foolish courage, I ran inside and found my mom. "Mom, can you take me to Plaza Satélite now?" I didn't explain why, not really. I just said they've opened a new dance floor. It was supposed to be very cool. Everyone was talking about it. She looked at me in a way that only a mother can, half amused, half unconvinced. "You? Dance?" She said, raising an eyebrow. "You won't even move at school unless I pay you." I shrugged, tried to sound casual. "They say it's really cool." She laughed, shook her head, she sighed, the kind of sigh that means she already decided, okay, but we can stay very long. That's all I needed. I ran upstairs, pulled out the white shirt I wore for gala days at school, and slipped on my clean Pan Am sneakers, the good ones, untouched by the street games. I looked at myself in the mirror, not knowing what to think. Well, that was the best version of me I had. When we arrived, the dance floor was alive. A square of glass lighting up beneath people's feet. A giant mirror ball scattering light across the ceiling. Disco fever wasn't just a theory anymore. It was alive, loud, and spinning in technicolor. And then I saw her, Carolina, dancing under the mirror ball, surrounded by older boys, 16, practically adults. She moved as she belonged there, glowing with the effortless confidence of someone already at home in a world I was only just learning to imagine. So my mom nudged, "Are you going to dance?" Of course not. Not then. Not here with everyone watching. She left to do some shopping, promising to be back in an hour. The music kept going without her. The lights kept pulsing. I stood at the edge of the dance floor, half in shadow, half longing, completely invisible, except to myself. I kept telling my feet to move, just one step, then the other. They didn't listen. Time stalled. The beat kept moving, but it arrived late, like it had to travel through water to reach me. The room lost its edges, faces softened, colors separated and drifted. And then Carolina looked up. Not quickly, not searching, just enough. She found me. Our eyes met, and everything else slipped away. The crowd thinned into shadows. The mirror ball froze mid-spin. The music collapsed into a distant muffled thump, like a heartbeat heard underwater. She smiled, warm, easy, unafraid. Her lips moved slowly, deliberatively. Come dance. Her hand lifted, calling me, steady and certain, an open invitation suspended in the air. I wanted to, God, I really wanted to, but then my chest tightened. My heart slammed so hard it felt audible, like it might give me away. The music vanished, completely replaced by the roar of my own pulse. The lights fractured, the floor tilted. For a second, the world went soft and unreal, as if I were underwater. Before she could see the hesitation cross my face, I turned. I walked away quickly, pretending urgency where there's only panic. I found my mom and I said I didn't feel well. A stomachache, the oldest lie there is. As we left, the music swallowed the room again. The lights kept flashing. The dance floor stayed exactly where it was. And I carried with me the sharp, unforgettable feeling of something offered and not yet taken. As we crossed the parking lot, How Deep Is Your Love floated out of the mall speakers. I turned back one last time. Carolina was still dancing, still glowing. Years later, when I hear the Bee Gees, I don't see John Travolta. I see Carolina under the mirror ball, dancing in a world I wasn't ready to enter yet.